traveling with teens is absolutely wonderful.
Get a motorhome. I would definitely recommend a day driving school.
This whole wall is a slide out.
And what I realized, I grew from this experience.
Hi, we are the Sojourning Smiths. I'm Dawn, this is Jeff, Gavin, Camille, and our eldest is Aiden. Welcome to our home. We are in a large Class A to house our family of 5. This is our kitchen. This is a convection microwave, so this is where we do all of our baking. And then we've got an induction cooktop down below. So this is removable. It's got a plug so we can take it outside to cook, which is super convenient when it's hot inside. The downside to it is both burners can only equal power 10. So if you've got one going on 7 trying to get a boil, the other one can only do 3 and just barely simmer something. So that's kind of a negative to it, but it's convenient with everything else. It also has to use magnetic pans, which we learned the hard way. We had to buy new cookware. Down below is where we keep all of our utensils, silverware, pot holders, all that kind of thing. This fancy thing is our dishwasher. We've got an espresso machine and a regular coffee pot back here. Jeff loves his coffee. Berkey here for our water filter. Just the regular under kitchen storage. We have a residential refrigerator, just a Whirlpool standard one. What's neat about this one is it's just a slide lock. Quick and easy before we travel. We just pop that puppy over and then we're ready to roll. So this may look like a living room. This is actually Aiden's bedroom. He sleeps here on the couch. We've got storage up above where we keep all of our school books and school work. We've got some craft supplies over on this side, like candles and some decor, just a couple other things here. This is a hide-a-bed, so it is an air mattress on top of an actual mattress, so he can inflate that, though he chooses not to and sleeps on the couch most of the time. And then over here, because we really value family dinners, this seats 5 of us. There's got a leaf inside. So when that pulls out, we can add in our leaf and all 5 of us fit around the dinette comfortably. So this entire wall of our RV, 43 feet, this whole wall is a slide out. It's got a hydraulic, so it just raises up and comes in, and then it raises up and goes out. So both of the bunk beds are on this wall, our dinette is on this wall, and the couch is on this wall. So with 2 teenage boys that eat a lot, we've got a large pantry. It's backlit with sliding shelves, so it makes it really easy to just pack this thing full. They can slide it out. We've got snacks. We keep our dishes here as well, the things that we don't use on the top, but it's really handy with the light. I'm quite happy about that. We could probably go 2 weeks without shopping, but because we eat so many fresh fruits and vegetables and meat, we go probably every 6 to 7 days. We hit the grocery store. But we also have a Costco membership. When I first started RVing, I thought there's no way we can buy bulk items. But some of the stuff just isn't that huge, and it just makes sense. We've got under bay storage. We'll put extra things down there. It's just another way to cost save. So this is a half bath, and this is where the kids keep most of their clothes. We have 2 different cabinets on this side where Camille and Aiden keep their things. And then behind me, there are 2 more. In this corner, there is a sink and the medicine cabinet up above. So there is an awful lot of storage in this space for them to keep all their items. So this is the kids' bunk room. Gavin sleeps up top and Camille sleeps down below. They each have a window that they can pop open. They keep fans in here just to keep the air circulating, and they've got curtains for a little added extra privacy. My mom made these quilts. We wanted to do a mountain landscape theme because of all of our travels. So we've got night up above and then day down below. There's also extra storage in these 3 drawers down here. Camille rolls up her shirts down here, and then she's got like accessories and that type of thing. The first idea before an RV was even in the mix, I had a friend text me a picture of Crater Lake. At that point, I didn't even know what the image was of. Aiden walked past me and he said, "Oh, that's Crater Lake." He knew how it was started, how it was formed rather, and what went from there. He knew where it was located. I was like, how do you know all of this? And at that point, he, I think, was in 8th grade, and he said, well, when I'm done with my schoolwork, he was homeschooled at that point. When I'm done with my schoolwork, I just travel online and I explore history. And I was like, this is incredible. I told Jeff that night, and he was like, our time is so limited with the kids. And I think that's when the idea of RVing was born. We had friends that had done it before, and we just thought that it would be a unique thing to do for our family and to bond together and spend time.
Yeah, we kind of had that moment of like our kids were young, and finally we only had like 4 years left with Aiden. And our friends had gone RVing, and we're like, we should go try to experience this stuff. So Dawn and I had that thought about the same time, and then we spent several months thinking through it, and then decided to not enroll the kids in school, do it for a year. And then we thought after a year we just come back and plug back in, and then we decided to just keep going, and now we're on year 4.
With no end in sight. And when we told the kids that we were going to launch, we were like, what do you guys think about RVing? They were all ecstatic until we told them we had to sell the house. And then they were not so happy with that idea. But they got used to it. We did end up selling our house. We lived in Marietta, Georgia, just 20 minutes north of Atlanta, in the suburbs, a 3,000 square foot house. Friends and family were so excited for us. We had such great support. They helped us do a estate sale, rallied together. They were signing up on Sign Up Genius for shifts to help us. It was incredible. We felt so loved, and we launched with just full hearts. And then once we got on the road, we met wonderful community. It's just been a wonderful experience. So this is our bedroom. We've got a king size bed that lifts up, and we store stuff underneath. Actually, it goes the full length of the bed for storage. It's really nice because there's plenty of space to move around. We each have a little side table where you can just set your phone, your drink, whatever you need to, on the side here. And then there's a door underneath that will keep our books, flashlights, any incidentals in the side pocket there. So then back here, we've got another television. Jeff and I each have his and hers closets that are actually a really decent size. I can fit a lot of stuff in here. Down below are the drawers, just socks, underwear, t-shirts, that kind of thing are down below. One of our things when we launched was we wanted to visit all the national parks. We haven't quite gotten all of them, but we have gotten a ton, and the kids love collecting the Junior Rangers. We've all learned a lot about the parks from having studied the books and doing the Junior Ranger programs. So this is our master bath. It runs the full width of our RV. We've got a second toilet. 2 toilets was really important, knowing that we had 5 people that might be needing them. And the thing that I thought was optional, which I'm so thankful that we have, is our washer and dryer. I've used this so much. I didn't know if I really wanted it. I thought a laundromat would work just fine. It's just really convenient to have it right here, and I can do small loads whenever I want. And then we've got a medicine cabinet, and there's actually a lot of storage underneath the bathroom sink on this side, and then there's 2 drawers over there. So when it gets a little crazy up front, I've got an escape door back here. This is actually our emergency exit, and it just leads right out. It's a full-size door. Just hop up. Hopefully we will never need to use it. That's not true. We did. We had a windshield wiper problem. We weren't able to get out of our front door. So we used this. Aiden hopped out. He went around front and moved the windshield wiper back to where it belonged so we could open up the front door. So this is our shower. It's got a flip down seat. It's got a rain shower head. And then it also has the handheld one, which is really nice. On this side over here is another closet. I call that my winter closet. Shoes and sweaters, all that kind of thing are over there. Every RV needs a dehumidifier, so our dehumidifier stays back here, nestled in the corner, and then a laundry basket. So Jeff is 6'2", and when we were looking at different showers, he had a hard time. There were a couple that he would just look over the top of it, and he was like, I don't think this is going to work. I'm only 5 foot tall, so it's fine for me. But when Jeff is in here, he definitely has more elbow room to move around. So this is another couch. This one folds out kind of like a futon bed. It's called a jackknife. And then we have yet another television right here. It's called a televator, and it's just a quick push of the button, and you have another TV. It's directly opposite of our full-size couch. Great place for the kids to watch TV, have friends over, hang out, and see some movies. And talking about TV and streaming, the kids also do school on the internet, so we have our Starlink. We haven't had the Starlink for very long, but the time that we've had it, it has been wonderful. We are actually down in Baja, and our friends had it down there with the roaming package, and it worked beautifully. We were able to stream movies out boondocking next to the water. It was great. So this is the front. This is where the driving and passenging happens. Each of these seats swivel back around so that you can face the front as you're driving. We've got 3 AC units up here. These brown panels are the air conditioners. So the first one we can control over there by the switch and alternate which one's going to be going during the night and during the day. There's a backup camera up here. Jeff has his whole control panel. In the Newmar, there is a comfort drive, so he can adjust that for how loose and tight the steering is. The control panel over on that far side over there, black tank, gray tank, fresh water, talks about our inverter, what wattage is pulling through. We also have control for our awnings. There's 2 large awnings that are lit. We can control all of that over there. We've got a front patio light up there that we can control as well. And then we've got our tchotchkes from all of our travels. We've been on the road for 4 years, so we've collected quite a few memories and some items along the way. We also have a bobblehead from one of our Halloweens that Jeff and I dressed up as Wonder Woman and Superman. Dear friends of ours, before we launched, made it in our likeness. One of the other things that I really like about the RV, when you first come in, what do you do with your shoes? And we've got shoe storage right inside the steps. This one's really deep and this one's a little bit more shallow, but it's great. As you're coming in, kick your shoes off and then carry on in. So living on the road with a family of 5 full-grown adult-sized people, well, not Camille and I, we're a little shorter side. There's a lot of interesting things that we've experienced and come in contact with. The families that are out here, we spent our first year trying to knock out all of the national parks. We wanted to just hit it hard. We were just going to do it for a year was our original plan. And then once we got out there, we realized that we just barely scratched the surface. There was so much more to see and do. Traveling with teens is absolutely wonderful. They're great human beings. I think teens get a really bad rap. We've enjoyed our time together. They've grown a lot closer. I mean, they're still siblings, so they still have issues, but it's been great. They help each other with schooling. Aiden will teach Camille something. Gavin will teach me something. It's just a more cohesive way of learning and exploring and being able to do it together and bond as a family unit.
We have a Newmar Dutch Star. It's a 2017. It's a 4369 model, which means it has a bunkhouse. It's got the 2 baths. It has a 450 Cummins diesel engine, plenty of power. It's got a tag axle on the back. It has a generator up front, which is a 10,000 Owen. So we do not have solar because the generator gives us plenty of power. It's got a Freightliner chassis, Allison transmission, and it drives really sweet and smooth on the road. It's got airbag suspension. It's got comfort steering, so if it's windy outside, you can turn it up and it tightens up your steering, so it does drive very nice. It's 43 feet, so it is long. We do tow our GMC Acadia, so in total with bikes and everything, we're like 68 feet long going down the road, so it's like driving a train. It has what's called an Oasis system, which has a diesel burner. So we do not have propane, but the diesel burner fires up for unlimited hot water and for heat. And so we can run 12-volt fans inside and gives us plenty of heat, so we can even run heat when we're boondocking. When we were deciding on what kind of RV we wanted, I had driven bigger trucks. I've had a background in logistics and transportation, but I'd never driven or used trailers much. So I was very intimidated by fifth wheels or travel trailers. So I always felt more comfortable in a big rig. But it is large, and I did go to driving school for one day, which helped a ton. So if you do want to get a motorhome, I would definitely recommend a day driving school. But once you're kind of in the driver's seat behind the windshield, it doesn't feel as big as it looks on the outside. So it does drive well. And when you're driving down the interstate, you just kind of go with the truckers. What we call the basement or the garage on a Class A motorhome, lots of storage. For tools and chemicals. And what's really nice about our RV that we love is this is our one pass through. It goes all the way across to the other side, and you got these drawers, and you can slide the drawer all the way in or out from both sides, so it makes it convenient as we have totes, so we can get to things so you don't have to crawl in. When the weather's nice, and why most people RV is because you want to be outside a lot. This is the biggest room is our outside room. And so we have a TV, got a Boss speaker, and this pulls out so we can angle it either way. And so as we're entertaining, we also have a nice fridge that we can pull out with all our beverages for the kids or the adults.
For all those teenagers out there, if your parent came to you and said you want to go on this RV trip, take the chance. Always say yes. You can go 30 days, you can go for a year.
Or 4.
Or 4 years, whatever. Definitely take it. You meet all of these new friends. Schooling is super fun. You can go out there. National parks are a great resource.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would really like teenagers to do it, because for me, I actually get to go places that I've learned about and stuff. So every time we go places, like we went to New Mexico recently, so I picked up a book on the history of New Mexico. And it's been really amazing just to learn about all the places that you might hear in school or something, or you hear about online, and to actually experience that is amazing.
For me, it was kind of scary to like meet friends, but it's actually such a bigger
Environment. Environment.
Environment because you're not just meeting people that go to your school. You can meet all these different people. You could go to like the park pool and meet all these different people that you wouldn't meet in a house or at your school.
And I would just say for maybe the dads or the moms who are maybe scared, they kind of very comforted. I was the guy that liked structure, liked having a routine. So I had to step out of my comfort zone, and it was totally worth it. There was definitely bad days, but you have bad days whatever life you're at. There's bad days I had to learn. There's stuff that breaks. You learn. YouTube's great for learning how to fix things. So I just encourage you to try it. And what really helped me is knowing that let's do it for a year, and if we don't like it, we'll just come back and plug back in and get back into what we were comfortable doing. And what I realized, I grew from this experience, and now I don't ever want to go back. I love the freedom we experience as a family. I love bonding. I love seeing new places. And if we get tired of traveling, we just park the RV for a while and settle down and kind of do life for a little bit. And then when we're excited again, we travel. So we've started actually venturing out, and we went to Baja, Mexico for the first time, and that was so exciting. Wonderful. So we're hoping we go up to Canada soon. So it's no end in sight.
Yeah, there is so much to see in this beautiful world of ours. I'm more the free spirit. I can just go wherever and find happiness and contentment, and I want the children to be able to see that wherever you are, there's something there for you that you can plug in, and you can just find what makes your soul happy. And if anybody has any questions about anything, reach out to us. We're on Instagram. We're Sojourning Smiths. We'd be happy to answer anything. But I encourage you to do it. Even if it's a small step, even if it's just like Gavin said, a weekend trip, try it. It's great. It'll really bond your family.